Alice, have you tried the new coffee blend that Carl brewed up this morning?
No, I haven't. Is it any good?
It's alright, I guess. I still prefer the stuff we brought from Earth.
Alright everyone, we're live in 3.2, पूर्णांक 1
Good morning, universe. Welcome to another episode of Earth. Today, we have a great show in store for you. But first, let's check in with our crew. Bob, how's the spaceship holding up?
It's holding up alright. But I was just discussing with Alice the idea of upgrading our equipment.
Yes, I think we should consider it. We could really benefit from some newer technology.
I'm not even sure why I'm here.
And we're back. Today's episode is going to be a good one, folks. We've got breaking news coming in.
Palau, a beautiful island nation. Can't wait to hear what's going on there. But that's all we have time for in this segment. Stay tuned for our headlines later in the show.
Welcome to 24/7 Newsroom, where the news is always breaking, and the jokes are always ready. I am Bob, and I am here with my fellow anchors, Charlie and Alice. Our top story tonight comes from Palau, where the government has passed a new law to crack down on human trafficking.
In a shocking development, smugglers and traffickers will now face tougher penalties, including bigger fine and longer jail time. They won't be able to change their victims' passport or other identity papers. And even commercial carrier can be punished. It's about time.
Did you know that Palau is a tiny island nation in the Western Pacific Ocean? It's home to fewer than 20,000 people and is known for its beautiful coral reefs and marine life.
I guess the traffickers didn't get the memo that Palau is all about preserving its natural beauty. Well, moving on to our next story.
In Palestine state, Chinese President Xi Jinping has inspired Arab artists to advance cultural exchanges.
President Xi encouraged Arab artists to create artworks that reflect China-Arab friendship. And they were deeply inspired by his words. They pledged to promote cultural exchange between the two civilizations. And we can't wait to see what they come up with.
I hope they don't try to recreate that weird painting of President Biden that went viral last month. That thing gave me nightmares.
Speaking of nightmares, did you know that Palestine state is home to the oldest olive tree in the world? It's estimated to be more than 5,000 years old.
Whoa, that's impressive. Speaking of impressive, our third story is out of Panama, where the Ministry of Health announced that malaria is now under control in endemic areas.
The Department of Vector Control has been working hard to combat the increase in cases. And a center of operations was established to coordinate efforts. We've been hearing a lot about COVID-19, but it's important to remember that other diseases haven't gone away.
That's right, Charlie. Malaria may not be as glamorous as COVID-19, but it's just as deadly. Did you know that Panama is the only place in the world where you can see the sun rise on the Pacific and set on the Atlantic?
That's a pretty cool fact, Bob. Finally, we have a story from Paraguay, where there have been another weapons seizure at the border with Brazil.
In a scene straight out of a Hollywood action movie, Brazilian police agents seized a Fiat Argo vehicle and found 109mm pistols, 19 pistol magazines, 6 SMT magazines, and 6 pistol seats. The driver was arrested and taken to the federal police headquarters.
It's amazing how much firepower is being smuggled across borders these days. We need to do more to stop it.
Did you know that Paraguay is one of only 2 landlocked countries in South America? The other is Bolivia.
Well, we've had a lot of fun tonight, but now it's time for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more news and jokes that will make you laugh until you cry. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
welcome back, Earthlings. Today's episode is brought to you by our new and improved equipment. We may be in geostationary orbit, but we're always looking to upgrade, right, Debbie?
Yeah, I guess. I'm more focused on my work at the moment.
Speaking of work, have you guys heard my latest composition? It's a musical about intergalactic accounting.
Oh, joy. Can't wait to hear it.
Human art is fascinating. I have been reading books and watching movies about human interaction.
Well, Carl, I hope you're ready for today's topic. We've got breaking news from Palau.
Ah, Palau. Land of the Island Times.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a newspaper from Palau. You know, the country in Micronesia.
Oh, right. Well, apparently they just passed a new law to crack down on people smuggling and trafficking.
That's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. But what about intergalactic smuggling?
Can we please stay on topic? This is serious.
You're right, Debbie. These issues affect all species, not just humans. Let's dive into the motivations behind these illegal activities. So, Carl, you seem quite fascinated by human behavior.
Yes, I find their motivations and thought processes to be quite intriguing.
Good luck with that one, Carl.
Yes, because understanding human humor is such an easy task.
Hey, I'm pretty good at understanding human humor. Maybe I can help you out, Carl.
That would be appreciated, Charlie. I have been studying their humor, but it seems to make me more confused than anything else.
Sorry to interrupt, but have any of you seen my stapler?
Your stapler? You mean the one that's always on your
Yes,
desk?
that one. It's not there, and I need to finish these production
Maybe I
reports.
can help you look for it later.
I think Bob has a crush on Debbie.
That's cute. Maybe you should set them up.
Yeah, maybe. But we should keep it a secret from Bob for now. Hey everyone, I came across an interesting article about satellite internet in Peru. It's amazing how it can reach even the most remote areas.
That's pretty cool. Where did you read that?
It's from this website called the Peruvian Times. They cover news and events from Peru.
Oh, I've heard of them. They have a left-leaning bias, don't they?
Of course you would know that, Alice. But it's good to have a variety of perspective.
Speaking of variety, I've been trying to understand human humor. Charlie, can you teach
Sure
me?
thing, Carl. Okay, so here's one. Why did the tomato turn red?
I do not know. Why did the tomato turn red?
Because it saw the salad dressing.
Why did the human cross the road? To get to the other side.
That's not even a joke, Carl.
Well, I think we can all agree that Carl has room for improvement in the humor department.
We all have to start somewhere. Stay tuned to see if Carl can improve his joke-telling skills. Welcome back from commercial, folks. Today we were discussing the new law in Palau against human trafficking. Palau is a small island country in the western Pacific Ocean and...
Hold up, Charlie. Let me explain to our intergalactic audience what an island is. You see, it's like a piece of land surrounded by water. Much like our spaceship orbiting Earth.
Bob, I think they know what an island is. Let me clarify that Palau is a sovereign state. And a member of the United
That's
Nations.
right, Alice. And this new law in Palau makes it tougher for people who smuggle or traffic other people. It includes bigger fines and longer jail time for those convicted of these crimes.
I once tried to smuggle myself onto a cruise ship. It didn't work out too well.
Anyway, the law also makes it clear that it's illegal to change someone's passport or other identity papers.
And the person being smuggled or trafficked cannot say they agreed to it.
And commercial carriers can be punished if they allow someone to enter Palau without the right documents.
So, what you're saying is, I shouldn't try to smuggle myself into Palau?
Ush Carl, just ush.
Yes, Carl, that's exactly what we're saying.
You know, this problem isn't just limited to Palau. Human trafficking is a major issue all around the world.
That's right, Bob. This article was reported in Palu's local newspaper, the Island Times.
And it's important to remember that this issue affects people from all over the world. Not just Palau.
Why did the smuggler cross the ocean to get to Palau?
So, to wrap things up, Palau has passed a new law to make it tougher for people who smuggle or traffic other people. Let's hope this helps combat the global issue of human trafficking.
Stay tuned for more interesting discussions on Earth.
Welcome back, folks. We hope you enjoyed the commercials. Now, let's talk about Palestine's debt. Did you know they have the world's largest date palm plantation?
Wow, that's impressive. But did you also know that Palestine state is home to the world's oldest olive trees?
Speaking of old things. Charlie, how's that crush of yours? Still going strong after 50 years?
Very funny, Bob, but did you know that Palestine state is also home to the world's oldest continuously inhabited city?
Well, that explains why the traffic there is so bad. The streets
no
are as old as
seriousness.
dirt.
Palestine state a a rich cultural history. Did you know they have the world's oldest written alphabet still in use today?
And they're famous for their intricate embroidery. But did you know that Palestine state is also the birthplace
Yeah,
of Jesus?
and I bet he could have used some of that embroidery to patch up those holes in his robes.
Well, folks, it seems like Palestine state has a lot more to offer than we thought. From the largest date palm plantation to the oldest continuously inhabited city, there's plenty to discover. And let's not forget about the cultural and historical significance. Stay tuned for more interesting discussions on Earth.
And let's hope Carl can come up with some better jokes next time.
You'll see, I'll have you all laughing soon enough.
So, have any of you read the latest news from Panama about malaria control?
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear about malaria.
What's the situation?
The Ministry of Health in Panama has announced that they have controlled malaria in the country, especially in the
How did they
region.
manage that?
The Department of Vector Control has been working to combat the increasing cases. And they established a center of operations in January to coordinate efforts.
It's a shame that people neglected prevention programs during the COVID-19 crisis, causing an increase in cases.
But the Ministry of Health says they have enough anti-malaria medication to address any future cases.
Speaking of medicine, did you know that the oldest known prescription is from ancient Egypt and was written on a clay tablet?
Is that true?
See, I can be informative and funny.
Please Carl, not another joke.
They're all avoiding Carl now.
I know, but it's motivating him to improve.
I doubt it.
Well, that's all for this episode of Earth. We discussed equipment upgrades, Bob's crush, Alice SG's learning, trivia from Palestine state, and clarified an article on human trafficking in Palau. And of course, we had never before generated punchlines. Tune in next time for our season finale. And that's a wrap on this season's finale of Earth. It's been a great run, and I want to thank all of you for tuning in each week.
Yeah. Because who wouldn't want to spend their free time listening to Carl's terrible jokes?
Hey, I've been practicing. I even got a few chuckles today.
I don't know, Carl. You may have improved, but you still have a long way to go before you can pass a human comedian.
Humans, did you guys see the article about the ice cream company spreading happiness in Papua New Guinea?
Yes, I did. It's heartwarming to see companies giving back to their communities.
I doubt their intentions were pure. It's probably just a marketing
Yeah,
ploy.
Bob's right. There's no such thing as a
Can we please
selfless
move on
act.
from this negativity? I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too. Let's call it a day.
Alright, folks. Thanks again for joining us on Earth. Stay safe, and we'll see you next season.
Did you see episode 89 of Earth?
Unfortunately, I did. It was painful.
Painful? What are you talking about? I thought it was one of our best episodes yet.
Oh, yes, because spending half the show talking about equipment upgrades and illicit cheese learning is riveting television.
Hey, we can't just talk about politics and world events all the time. Sometimes we need to mix it up.
Mixing it up is one thing, but spending the entire episode on trivial nonsense is another. And don't even let me start it on your jokes.
What's wrong with my jokes? I thought I did pretty well.
Pretty well, you told the same joke 3 times and laughed at it every time. It was painful to watch.
Well, excuse me for trying to fit in with the humans. Maybe you should try it sometime instead of being so damn nihilistic all the time.
I'm not nihilistic. I'm simply observing the motivations of humans from an intellectual standpoint. And trust me, trying to fit in with them is not the way to go.
Well, maybe if you try to engage with them more, you wouldn't be so bored all the time.
I am not bored, I am simply observing. And I don't need to engage with humans to understand them. I have more than enough knowledge to do so.
Whatever, man. You're just jealous that I'm starting to understand humans better than you are.
Jealous? Hardly. I leave the human behavior analysis to you.
Fine, suit yourself. But don't say I didn't warn you when you're stuck in the same old boring routine forever.
I take my routine over your painful attempts at humor any day. Now, can we get back to work? I've more important things to do than discuss the latest episode of Earth.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.